Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So today I want to talk about financial freedom using real estate. And hit me because I was listening to an episode on Bigger Pockets Money where Mike Zuber from One Rental at a Time, he was sharing how he retired early in his mid 40s using real estate. So he basically shared that he knew what his monthly income was. So let's just say it's $5,000 a month, and he wanted his rental income to be 4 times that at least. And this is net rental income. So if your living expense is $5,000 a month, then he wanted at least $20,000 a month in net positive cash flow from real estate. And I like this because it's really conservative. And let me adjust this real quick. It's really conservative and it makes sense because real estate income is highly variable. So you can comfortably live off of 25% of that and know that you're getting that 25% every single month. Because when you own a lot of units in Fresno like he does, and like me where I own a lot of apartments in Oklahoma, there's always a major expense every month. So for example, if I'm cash flowing $20K a month and a plumbing issue happens, that's going to cost $7,000 potentially. So that could wipe out almost half of your cash flow. Or you might need a new roof, which is $30,000. Or you might need to replace an HVAC. You might need to replace an electrical panel. So there's always something that comes up. So I think living off of 25% of your real estate net cash flow is very conservative and it makes sense. So for me, if I'm cash flowing $10K a month, then I can comfortably live off about $2,000 to $2,500 a month off of that real estate income, and everything else is a cherry on top if I happen to have it, or it's saved for a rainy day in terms of my just living expense, right? If I have extra, great. If not, then so be it. So for me, that was really, really telling as to how hard it is to replace your W-2 income, especially if you work a high income W-2 with real estate. So if, let's just say for me, I take home about $12K a month, and my real estate income is about $10K a month, but the $12K a month W-2 is like pretty much guaranteed. For real estate, yes, I can cash flow $10K a month, but if I have a major expense that month, that $10K isn't guaranteed. So it makes sense, right? That's the golden security and the golden handcuffs of W-2 jobs. It's guaranteed money. So once I kind of realized this, it was kind of eye-opening, and it's validating why I want to pay off my primary residence. So let's just say my mortgage is about $5,000 a month. If I can sell a house and pay off this house completely, have no mortgage, I'd wipe out $5,000 a month of my expenses. To cover that $5,000 a month in just my mortgage, I would need $20,000 a month in net positive cash flow through real estate, which is essentially doubling my current portfolio from 52 units to like 100 units of real estate. So I think to me, it's easier to just sell a property, take the equity, pay off this house, and have no mortgage, versus to 1031 exchange that property to try to double my cash flow at $10K a month. Because if I can focus on increasing income while decreasing expenses, that's how you truly retire. And my largest expense is my mortgage on my property. So if I can wipe that out, that's great. That's how I can essentially retire earlier, right? Is having no mortgage, which is my largest expense. So I can be alleviated of this large expense. And let's just say the rest of my expense for, me, my wife, my future kids, all that stuff is, let's say $5,000 a month or $6,000 a month, then I would need almost $20,000 to $25,000 of net passive income from real estate, right? Which may take me another 5 years to get there. I probably have to buy another apartment complex that's probably 40 to 50 units. And from there, maybe, just maybe, after renovating it, after increasing the rents, it might cash flow like $8,000 to $10,000 a month potentially. That's how you have to do it. I have to buy another apartment. So that's not going to happen immediately. So that's why it's kind of validating for me, why I have to build other streams of income as well as pay my primary residence. So this is why I'm creating content, because I'm using the content to, number one, it gives me a routine. It gives me fulfillment in teaching people. And it is very therapeutic for me personally, right? It gives me a sense of progress. It gives me a sense of fulfillment, which is that's why people like a W-2. That's why some people work a W-2 despite being in 70s or 80s, because it gives them routine, it gives them purpose, it gives them fulfillment. That's what we need as humans. And so that's why that's nice about creating content. But what you can piggyback off of content is, if I become a realtor, obviously I might get leads as being a realtor from content creation. I do coaching and mentorship, and by creating content, you might get some leads for people who want your coaching and want your mentorship, right? Like, who want to pay for that. But also knowing that I'm creating content of showing what it's like to really own real estate, right? And not selling the hopium, not selling the dream, but the reality, the meat and potatoes, the grind of real estate, and what it really takes to get there. So for me, that's kind of the whole point, right? And don't get me wrong, like I maybe could make it big one day on YouTube, like Thatch Nguyen, like he's super big in terms of his mentorship. I think he makes like $6 million a year on his mentorship program, which teaches you how to burr single family homes, which teaches you how to build ADUs in the backyard in Seattle. And I don't expect to get that big, but who knows? I'm still young. But if I do get that big, I would just consider that as temporary, and that it's not gonna be forever. And I'm gonna use that money to go buy more real estate, use that money to invest in more stocks, use that money to pay off whatever liabilities I have, right? Like my life insurance, pay that off, pay off my primary residence, and build up my cash reserves. So if I do get that, great, but I'm not expecting that, right? And eventually of YouTube, like if I can get sponsorships, that's where the real money is made, right? Is when you start getting sponsorships. Like if TurboTax would sponsor me, or Vanguard would sponsor me, or PropStream would sponsor me, like things I already use on a day-to-day basis, or Empower, that'd be great because I already use them, right? It's easy. It's not like I'm selling a product I don't use or advertising for a product I don't use. So, but that's how you make the real money from YouTube. Like YouTube revenue, like my best video where I talk about me getting laid off got 35K views, and I made $200 off that video. Like I can work 2 hours in my W-2 and I make more money than that, right? So, but it's a slow grind, and it compounds over time, right? And that's why I realized the importance of multiple streams of income, especially if I decide to step away from my W-2, which is very stable income, and I take home $12K a month, right? $12K a month in W-2 income is guaranteed. $12K a month in net positive cash flow for real estate is never guaranteed, right? Like maybe 1 month you get it, the next month you don't. That's why they live off 25% of that. So out of $12K a month in rental income, maybe only 3,000 of that or 4,000 of that is guaranteed to use versus W-2. That's why W-2 is the golden handcuffs, right? But for me, the thought of having to work a W-2 for 20 more years is very depressing because you're just doing the same thing. Like I look back on my work weeks, I don't remember what the heck I did. All I remember was that I was busy, I was stressed, and probably annoyed in some capacity, and time just flew by, and I don't really remember what I'd done. But what I do on the weekends, that's what I remember what I really do. The weekdays that you're just kind of on autopilot, right? And you're not really fulfilled, and you're not doing what you do. So for me, that's why I'm doing real estate, is because I just want to have time freedom to work on what I want when I want. So for me, if I'm retired from my pharmacist job, I probably still would create content. I'd probably still want to sell real estate, still want to buy real estate, still want to do coaching and mentorship, because I actually like doing that, right? Like I was doing a lot of coaching and mentorship for free before I even knew you can charge for that. I was like, you charge for that? Like I talk about this already for free. And that's why I create content every day, because for those who don't want to pay or can't afford it, I still want to create the content, right? To teach you guys. And for those who want the one-on-one personalized stuff, then, you can pay for that. So that's why I really do it. It's just really a sense of fulfillment and a sense of purpose and a sense of routine, right? And also you need additional streams of income so that I could, maybe go on a nicer vacation or not depend fully on the real estate income and the real estate cash flow. So that's kind of the name of the game. So it was really telling to me when Mike Zuber shared a story where he retired at 45. He owned I don't even know, probably at least 100 rentals in Fresno. And he basically felt depressed, felt suicidal, felt like he had no purpose. And then he just started writing his book one rental at a time and started creating content every day. And now he feels fulfillment. He feels progress. He feels like he's contributing through his daily content, which takes him 2 hours a day. And then the rest of the day, 14 hours of the day, you can do whatever you want. You can take a nap. You can go out. You can go to the gym. You can go hiking. You can travel. You can do whatever you want. That's why we're doing this, right? That's why we're doing this. And like I said, I don't live a lavish lifestyle for intentional, because I know that if income's not there, then I can always live very humbly. That's why I never live beyond my means. I can obviously drive a nicer car. I can live in a nicer house. I could go on nicer vacations if I wanted to. But for me and my future wife, we live very humbly, and we can make the best of what we have and still enjoy the experience. We're not depriving ourselves of experiences, right? Like if I want to go somewhere, I go somewhere. If I want to buy something, I buy something, right? But will I wait for a sale? Yeah, probably. Or will I try to find a way to shop around to save money? Like I bought this table here from Temu, and the same table was sold by Bed Bath & Beyond for double the price. So I'm like, well, why not get it for half off and save $300 and then use that $300 to invest or do whatever with, right? So that's why you really have to, if you want to retire early, like for me, I'm trying to do not mid 40s, but like, maybe 40 or earlier, depending. So that's kind of my strategy, right? Because I know I'm retiring earlier, I know that I have to grind now and build multiple businesses and streams of incomes, because I need that runway to be successful. Like you're not going to be, I've been creating content for 2 years. And I'm not even I'm still relatively very small, only like 4,000 subscribers. I'm nothing, right? It takes time, and eventually it'll compound. Like I remember telling myself when I started YouTube, there's gonna be a time period. I remember the first 100 subscribers was so hard, so long. Now, literally in one day, I got 100 subscribers. And I was like, my mind was blown. And right now I'm at 4,000 subscribers. One day I'll get 4,000 subscribers in one day and double. Like it's compounding, right? And I know that now, given my real estate, given my career, given my index funds, just compounding over time. So knowing that, I want to start my day one today. So that's why, like I said, I'm starting content. Eventually I'll become a realtor and build that up. And we're not going to be like hardcore realtors, but if I can sell a home every quarter and get 20, 30K commission checks, why not, right? That's, what is that, like 80K a month, a year? That's a part-time pharmacist salary. That's good enough for me, right? I don't need to go crazy. So that's kind of why, I realized about financial freedom and retiring early, specifically using real estate. So like I said, I'm going to have my real estate income. I'm going to have my coaching income. I'm going to have my mentorship income, my YouTube income, my maybe sponsorship income. I'm going to have my realtor income potentially. And, I'm still, I can still work part-time as a pharmacist if I want to, or be a consultant as a pharmacist if I want to. So that's why you really have to diversify your streams of income, right? That's why I tried a school community. Didn't work out for me, but maybe in the future when I'm bigger on YouTube, I'll try the school community again, where I could, get another stream of income there. So that's what's really nice about social media, about creating a personal brand, is that you can build additional streams of income, and it doesn't require much effort besides your time and your knowledge and sharing it and being consistent with it over time, right? So for me, I'm just sharing and documenting what I'm doing, what my mindset is, what my thought process is, and sharing that on YouTube for those to learn, right? So anyways, those are just some key points that I've kind of taken away from listening to the Bigger Pockets Money episode with Michael Zuber from One Rental at a Time, and how he did it, because I see him as being maybe 10, 15 years ahead of me. So it's kind of nice to see what my life's going to be like in 10 to 15 years if I continue down this journey. So, and that's why you want to surround yourself with those who are doing what you want to do, or doing what you want to accomplish, so you can see the vision and see the path clearly as to what your life's going to look like, right? Because I know I'm going down the real estate route. Maybe I'll own 100 units one day, right? I just need to buy a 40-unit apartment complex. I'm almost there. And it's very realistic for me in the next 3 years, to be honest. And just seeing how he lives his lifestyle, and now he enjoy the money and enjoy the sacrifice that he's done, right? But for me, unfortunately, I never really felt like I sacrificed. I non-negotiable always travel at least twice a year, like on 2 big international vacations. Never compromise that, except during COVID because I couldn't. And then now, before I have kids, I'm trying to prioritize more travel. I'm trying to travel 4 times this year. Right? I'm going to Cabo for my bachelor party, Costa Rica for the honeymoon, Vietnam to visit. Want to go to Banff National Park to check out. Want to go to Iceland, right? So these little trips that I want to do and really experience things and don't compromise on the experiences is kind of my thing. Like I'll never compromise on experience because I know that experiences compound over time as well. And for me, I don't care for material goods. I have everything I need and everything. If I want it, I can buy it, right? I know that. So for me, it's experiences and what can I experience today and really enjoy today. So anyways, if you want to learn to buy multifamily real estate with some guidance, check the mentorship program down below. If you want to, I do one-on-one coaching calls as well. But let me know what questions you have, what comments you have. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.